Hello, I'm Iris Rosen, and welcome to Green Hour NYC, inspiring the modern lifestyle to reconnect back to nature, whether it's being indoors or outdoors. So join us with our immersive nature experiences and activities suitable for both kids and adults. So we're going to create some fun nature workshops. We're going to create some exciting nature ice cubes, also do-it-yourself nature stations, as well as our nature walks. So to continue the podcast, I've been creating a whole load today, and I'm going to show you how to repurpose and reuse flowers that you've already had in a design. So this orchids I've created, actually it's sort of like a terrarium, if you may, because this is kind of how a terrarium might look. So I have no water in here whatsoever. The flowers are living because of the tubes that you put them in, the water tubes. And then I just conceal them behind the moss and this other foliage. So it's really, really simple. Orchids are long-lasting flowers as well. Cymbidium orchids, these are cymbidium orchids. They come in a variety of colors. They're beautiful, and I just love working with them. I do like working also with the local flowers. So anytime we have whatever is local, but being winter now, the heat, flowers of course don't like heat so much, so these are strong flowers. So what I'm going to show you to create is 3 different designs with that. So that's one. And then I'm going to do what I call sort of a flatbed, which I did with the roses. My hair is like popping here. Another one, almost like a terrarium, sort of a floating. And then a little bit of an antique. Depends what vases you have. You could just use whatever you have at home. I mean, this is a mason jar. And this is another just simple jar I picked up at any like store. And this I got at an antique place. So you can use anything. I like adding natural elements such as river rocks, shells. I actually found the driftwood in Malibu. I was living in LA. And I found this awesome stones in Montauk. So I'm not taking anything from anywhere. They just happen to be already just laying there on the beach. Just, I think they just drifted away from the ocean. So we're reusing, repurposing. All right, so here we go. And now these orchids. So for here, I'm going to put some foam. You don't really have to because you have the water tubes, and you could really just sort of lay them like that. And then in between, you can put all sorts of, I love just even a stone like that, almost a piece, creating them like a work of art. I also don't mind some synthetics here. This is where you can play well and mix with synthetics. So this is a synthetic green, which actually looks really nice there. Now, because this is already in water tubes, you can easily use also moss. So here we have some reindeer moss, and then I could just to conceal the stems, really. I'd like to just conceal everything. Oh, got some rose petals in there. And so, I don't know if you can see it, but it just looks already so beautiful. You can't see it that well, can you? There you are. Gorgeous, huh? I'm going to get some more reindeer moss, pardon. And here we are, and I can literally just fill it up with reindeer moss. And my design is pretty much done. I would like to add one more element because we like to work with some crystals, the selenite, and our charms. Here I'm working with the word believe. And I'm just going to toss that around the selenite stick, just like that. And that is it. I'm going to just put that right on my stone, or really can put it anywhere, wherever you wish, and maybe on the moss. And my design is finished. Oh, you can't see how beautiful that is, can you? Maybe you can. Look at that. Simple, stylish, took us a few minutes to create, long-lasting, has a real nature feel to it. One of my favorite type of designs, just very, very simple, elegant, and chic. I almost don't want to take it apart to show you the rest, but I will. All right, so now for the next design. So gorgeous, I really don't want to take it apart, but all right. Oh, and I could have just put, oh, there you go, just a finishing touch. Look at that. Now, you don't have to, of course, but it just gives it even more of a nature element to it. And, of course, I love nature, so there you are. Look at that now. That really just kind of pushed it up a notch. And you could just kind of take it out the orchids and replace the water all the time. Literally, it can last you almost 3 weeks. Do you see the word believe, our charms? Okay. I'll be right back. Join us, greenhournyc.com. Coming up, next video, next 2 designs.